met walking on campus in between classes.
Met Sarah my freshman year at Minnesota State Mankato. I was either ditching class or she was late to class. I'm not really sure. But we met on campus and it was like just us two walking on campus. Nobody else was around.
He had to make a comment about me wearing flip-flops in the middle of November.
The conversation started because it was, I don't know, beginning of November, and she walks out of her dorm room and she's walking in flip-flops. And so that's how I struck a conversation with her. I said, you know, what? You're crazy. You're wearing flip-flops and it's almost snowing. So I struck up a conversation, obviously. Very attractive, so. And talked with her, walked her to class. Forgot to get her name. Don't know how I messed that one up. But this was just when Facebook was getting real big. So I stalked her and I found her on Facebook and I reached out to her.
He found me on Facebook, and of course I didn't really follow through, and it wasn't until the next year that our friend Jess brought me over to Tom and Dan's place.
Lo and behold, she showed up in my apartment my sophomore year, and we've been dating pretty much since we met my sophomore year, like a week after. We've been dating ever since.
I definitely think that it was love at first sight. He was very attractive and he was just such a great, genuine, nice guy, and that's what drew me to him.
At first I was attracted to Sarah just by her beauty, outside. And then as I got to know her and we got to connect, I realized that she's exactly what I need. She's really outgoing. I'm not really outgoing, so it helps. She pulls me in the right direction socially.
Tom, I don't even know where to begin. He is an awesome guy. I feel like we are two peas in a pod. We like to be competitive with each other and have fun. He's my best friend, and keeps me grounded at times when I need to, and he always makes me smile and makes me feel good about myself. So I love him for that.
Everything that you would look for in a wife, I see in Sarah. Very kind, beautiful, smart, and knows when to set me down the right path. When I got into my dorm room after I first met her, I told my roommate, I said, she's the one. I'm like, I met the perfect girl. I barely even knew her, but for some reason I was attracted to her. And there's just something about love that is not necessarily explainable. It's there, and you can't always explain it, but it's pretty special, and that's what I felt.
I knew he was the one when we were hanging out one day, and I drove to drop him off at his apartment and pulled into the parking lot, and he got out of the car, and instead of me just pulling away, leaving, I stopped and watched him walk in front of the car, and he happened to turn around, and we made eye contact, and I just got a big smile on my face, and I knew that he was something special. So. We were down in Mankato for Christmas, celebrating it with my family.
We were doing it on New Year's. So I was here, sweating bullets. I think I had talked to Julie and said, get Sarah out of here for a little bit so I could talk to John. Had to ask John if he would bless me asking Sarah to marry me. And after I got the blessing, I had mentioned something to Sarah about taking a walk. It's like the middle of the winter, but I'm like, let's go for a walk.
Everybody was very persistent for Tom to take me on a walk after dinner. And I'm like, I'm full, I don't really want to go, but I gave in. And as we're walking, I'm like, okay, this is, different, not something, like Tom would do. And of course I start to get nervous, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is this it? Is this gonna be it? And we went to a childhood park that I grew up by.
I don't know if it was a full moon, but it was a bunch of moonlight. Very cool. Only about a couple inches of snow, so it wasn't that bad getting on one knee.
And in the snowy moonlight, Tom got down on one knee and asked me to marry him.
She was very, very excited and very happy because she was able to share that then with the family. We came back to the house and she was able to share it, and that's kind of what I was going for. We can all celebrate together. Sarah and I have a beautiful daughter.
Adriana, when we found out that we were pregnant with her, was probably the best thing for Tom and I. It really helped us grow together, but it also made us grow up, and in a good way. And it's really developed both of our personalities and our relationship in just a really positive sense. She's just been great.
She means the world to us. I think that she drives me to be a better person, similar to what Sarah does. She's the best thing that's ever happened to us.
The best little girl that anybody could ask for, and she's so funny, and she has such a hearty laugh, and I just love looking in her baby blues because it reminds me of her daddy. So I'm really excited for our wedding day because it finally 7.5 years later, and we're finally moving on with the next chapter in our lives, and I'm really excited about what's to come for him and I.
Wedding day. I want to get through the ceremony without messing up anything, and then have a really, really fun time, and then enjoy the night with my new wife, and hope everyone else has a really, really good time too. We're going to be thinking about expanding our family.
Continue to grow our family, and hopefully, have another baby. And I know Adriana would love to have a brother or sister, so she's ready.
Family to me means doing anything that's required to keep them safe and happy, and loving them,
Okay, I love Mommy and Dad so much. A dress for the wedding, it's really white and it's sparkly and it's so pretty. I love to have pretty things at my house. I love Mommy and Dad because I love them so much. I love you guys because you were talking to me. And I love Papa Dad too. So that's why I love the house so much. I'm so sad Mommy and Daddy are getting married.